instead of 3? Let me tie that for you with manifestation using astrology and a little numerology. In short, it's because it creates more stability. Stability is about foundation. 4 legs. In astrology, the 4th house is ruled by zodiac sign Cancer. Cancer is about the home. The home is where all of us were supposed to learn who we are, and we're supposed to learn how to feel good about who we are. You may have noticed that the issues that you have in adulthood all come from the home. In other words, if your home did not feel stable, predictable, consistent, dependable, and if your home was not an environment where you felt that your needs were catered to, you probably struggle with a lot of emotional issues in adulthood. Let's connect this to your numerology for you. So the number 4 in numerology, is all about practicality, stability, efficiency, and dependability. People who are born on the 4th or whose, number is the number 4 are going to exhibit a lot of these traits. Perfect example of this, Jay-Z and Beyonce are both born on the 4th. You may see that in their careers. They've lasted a lot longer than most of their other counterparts who started out when they started out. The secret to manifestation is understanding that the universe is in perfect balance, meaning everything is as it should be at all times. Whether we get it, whether we don't get it, whether we agree, whether we disagree, it doesn't matter. The universe is in perfect balance at all times. If you do not believe this, you cannot manifest because God is perfect. God has no flaws. So God, in his or her infinite wisdom, does everything to perfection. Therefore, the universe is always balanced. This means that the universe is not all good all the time. This is not a utopian place where people are perfect and people make no flaws and everything goes perfectly according to plan. The main reason why these 3 guys over here, Virgo, Libra, and Gemini, cannot manifest is because these people refuse to engage in shadow work. Shadow work is how you learn about your flaws. It's how you learn that you are not perfect. It's how you learn that you have things that you need to work on so you can become a more stable individual. So that is one leg of our chair. The people that are living in perfect balance are people that know that they are full of both light and darkness, right? So over here, you have Scorpio, Aries, and Cancer. These guys live in negativity. These guys are so attached to negativity that they will literally manifest negativity. These people will become so obsessed about the things that they hate, the things that they fear, the things that they do not want to see happen, that they actually manifest that very thing in their lives. And then they turn around and wonder why they're miserable. So over here, we have Virgo, Libra, Gemini who think they do nothing wrong and everything they do is right. So these people think they're always functioning in the light. Over here, we have Scorpio, Aries, and Cancer who think this world is a dark place. Bad things are happening at every corner. I've always got to watch my back. Otherwise, I'm not going to make it. Both of these groups are refusing to learn spiritual lessons, and that is why they feel stuck in life. Moving on to my next category, Pisces, Sagittarius, and Aquarius. When these people are not able to manifest, it's because they're living in la la land. These people take no personal accountability for their behaviors, for their decisions, for their choices. They think it is what it is. These are my it is what it is people. They take no initiative. They don't want to put in the work. They're lazy. They're very distracted all over the place with no specific purpose in life, just going in every which direction the wind blows. No sense of stability whatsoever. If I was working with these people, I would assign some grounding because these people need to get back inside their bodies, okay? These people live in their heads and in the vibes. If I was working with Scorpio, Aries, and Cancer, we would start working on reframing the brain, getting the brain rewired to focus on things that are positive. Oftentimes, these people are lacking gratitude and they wonder why they are not able to manifest more good things. It's because their energy is negative. Over here, I would assign these guys shadow work because these guys do not know how to work with their darkness. these guys think that they're all light, but they're not. They're full of darkness and light, like all of us. All humans are full of darkness and light, because the universe is full of darkness and light. So if these guys knew how to work with their darkness, they would actually be able to manifest a lot better. Their inability to face their own darkness makes them unable to cope with their darkness outside of them. And lastly, we have my Taurus, Capricorn, and Leo. When these guys cannot manifest, it's because they are spiritually cut off. These are the I did it myself people. This is all me. I work hard. I work hard for everything I got. Nobody ever gave me anything. I was confident. I worked for it, and I went for it. Now, guys, I'm not saying you guys don't work hard. I know you do. But you need to understand that everything that we get in this universe is gifted to us by the universe. Because there are lots of people who work hard who don't get the result that you get. And this is why for these people, when I'm working with them, spirituality would be my focus. Because when these people are able to step back from the physical and incorporate their faith into their drive, into their, woo, these people are powerful when they get plugged in. When these people tap into God, when these people tap into the force of the universe, when these people tap into the divine power, they become unstoppable. They will literally make the whole universe submit to their will. And that comes from tapping into a higher power than their physical power. So their problem is that they are all wrapped into the physical realm, right? They think everything is physical. If I can't touch it, if I can't see it, if I didn't do it, then it doesn't get done. Meanwhile, the spirit world is all breaking all sorts of barriers for them. And then for these guys down here, the issue is spiritual, meaning they're too much into the vibe, right? They're too much into it is what it is. Yes, some things happen as, haphazardly because the universe is not controlled, but the problem is they refuse to own their agency. Agency is about personal power. Agency is about choice. Agency is about owning the bullshit that you do and owning your weaknesses and owning your strength. For these guys, being in the physical is great. You guys are naturally powerful. But the issue is about defaulting to spirit and trusting spirit to see you through. So when these two can trade forces, they become unstoppable, right? And when these two can trade forces, they become unstoppable. Humans that are living in balance are those that are great at manifestation, because people that are balanced understand they're made out of light, angels, they're made out of darkness, right? Demons, they're made out of the physical realm, my physical power, my physical strength, and they're made out of the spiritual realm, which is all about spirit. The goal is to bring all of that together in harmony. In summary, the universe is constantly working exactly as it should. The universe is in perfect balance at all times, whether we get it or do not get it. We do not have the wisdom of God, okay? So let's be humble and understand our place in the universe. The universe is in constant balance. We are the ones who are not balanced. And we're not balanced when we refuse to admit the bad things we do, when we refuse to see the good things we do. We are not balanced when we refuse to see that because we are human beings, we're also part of the animal kingdom, which means we have animalistic tendencies about us. And when we refuse to see that in addition, because we are spirit beings that are having a human experience, we have a spiritual soul in us that also needs to be catered to. People that are balanced honor all of these parts of them and they're comfortable with them. This is why everything they want comes to them. Manifestation is about attracting the things that you want with very minimal effort because you're finally in spiritual, energetic balance. What do you think? Leave your comments.
Bag lady, you gon' hurt your back. Drying all them bags like that. I guess nobody ever told you. All you must hold on to is you, is you. Do you listen to music or do you just fast forward through it? Because Erykah Badu has already told us about this years ago. To elevate
you have to transform. To elevate, you have to purge. To elevate, you have to let go. This is a part of elevation and success that we hardly ever talk about. And that part is specifically about grief. Because in order to be something higher, better, greater, you have to let go of the old version of you that you created. Old habits, old conversations, old ways of thinking, old ways of reacting. You have to transform. The part of success that we hardly ever talk about is that transformation requires death. Letting go is hard. And this is why a lot of us never become as great as we could be, still in our low vibrational energy where we want control, where we're fearful, where we're scared of the unknown. People who are vibing high have faith in their trust, even though they don't know what the road ahead, holds. They have no factual information to back up that it's going to be good, but they simply just trust. When God says it's time to let go, they let go. When that relationship they've been working at for years is not bearing good fruits, they let go. When that job is no longer filling their cup, they let go. When that house is no longer the house of their dreams, they let go. And them playing small and trying to be liked by everybody is actually not making them liked by everybody. They get more real. Girl, I know. Sometimes it's hard. I know it hurts. I know you got to cry through it. But you do it. But you do it because you have to do it. This is why you're here. You are here on spiritual assignment. This life is not yours. You are co-creating this life with your creator. Okay? To elevate, you cannot be heavy. You can't be dragging all these bags with you. All that baggage, all that drama, all these low vibrational people. What you gonna do with all that? Where are you going with all that? You think you're gonna put 5 tons in a balloon and it's still gonna float? You want to reach the moon, but you don't want to let go. You want to bring all your baggage with you. Girl, it's 2023. The world has not been right since Kobe died. Come on now. It's time to take chances, okay? Nothing makes sense anymore. Just vibe. Just vibe. Let go and let God. Manifestation is about let go and let God. If you try your best and it still didn't work out, it wasn't meant to. Okay? Rejection is protection. I need you to love yourself enough to know that the universe loves you, to know that God loves you, and what is meant for you is for you, and nobody can take it away from you, and it will find you. So just focus on attracting what you want and let go. Pluto is currently retrograde in Capricorn. There's no other way around it, baby. It's time to let go. I just watched my kiddo play with a kid for the last 2 hours. They were together making sandcastles on the beach. And I asked her, after she got done playing with her, what was the name of that kid? And she said she didn't know. And then I remembered that we were all like that at some point. There was a time in our lives when we trusted the energy. Like, we didn't care what name people had. We didn't care what country people came from. We didn't care what language people spoke. We just cared about their vibe. You know, when we were kids, we played with kids that were nice kids. And I don't mean like that were good kids. I mean kids that were nice to us. Kids that treated us nicely. We trusted the vibe. We trusted the energy. We trusted it. We didn't care about words. Because the truth is, before a person opens their mouth to even say anything to you, their energy is speaking to you. Their energy is telling you things about them. What's happened, unfortunately, is that as we've gotten older, we've gotten away from trusting the vibe, trusting the energy. Communication is so much more than words. A lot of communication is actually nonverbal. Did you know that? Did you know that verbal is the very final stage of communication? We communicate with one another in many different ways, not just with words. We have reduced communication to just words. And the reason why some of us struggle to find love is because we no longer trust
the nonverbal communication of the vibe. The vibe is a form of communication. The energy is a form of communication. Kids know who has good energy and who doesn't have good energy. Kids know who has good vibe and who doesn't have good vibe. If you have a dog, your dog knows who you shouldn't trust. Bring a stranger around your house and you will see the way your dog reacts to them is how you should react to them. As an example, if you have a dog and you bring a new boyfriend home and your dog doesn't like your boyfriend, if you are smart, that should be a sign that you take seriously, because kids and pets are very connected to the spirit world. They know inherently what's going on beyond what the eyes can see. They trust that the vibe is speaking to them. The vibe is so loud. The vibe is so loud. But we have gotten away from trusting the vibe, and instead we overthink. Instead we stay in our heads, and we think and we overthink and we analyze and we super analyze, and then we get done doing all that deep analysis and we still end up making the wrong decision. Why? Because we don't trust ourselves. We don't trust the vibe. We don't trust what we're picking up on. It's very clear. What we're picking up on is the vibe. It's the nonverbal. It's what our intuition is trying to tell us. Your intuition is not going to tell you to worry about someone you shouldn't worry about, because it's designed to protect you. So if you're getting a gut feeling that somebody's not good for you, it's because they aren't. Why do you need to question it? Why do you need to analyze it? Why do you need to ask a million questions about it? Why can't you just go with it the way kids do? Because when a kid gets a bad vibe from another kid, they make a decision to not play with that kid. My kid was just playing for 2 hours with another kid who doesn't even speak English. And they played together for that time and had a good time. Why? Because the vibe was right. The vibe is everything. Before they open their mouths, the vibe is speaking. Before you even go on that date, you start picking up on your vibe. And if the vibe is not right, why are you forcing it? Why are you trying to rationalize it? Because really, at the end of the day, does it matter why? Does it matter why you don't want to go on this date? Does it matter why you don't like this person? Does it matter why you don't like being around this person? It doesn't matter. All that it matters is that your spirit is rejecting them. Your spirit is rejecting their vibe, their spirit, their energy. All that I need you to do is to listen to that and to trust that, because ultimately your spirit is who lives with you. So honor you and love you enough to listen to you.